185 pounds, a sophomore, number
Welcome
53, Gage.
Welcome to the Speedway Sports Network on SCTV. It's a breezy evening at Ralph Johnson Field for week 3 of Speedway Sparkplug football. As they welcome the 1-1 Lawrenceburg Tigers. We are glad to have you here on SCTV. My name is Landon Kleindorfer. Your Sparkplugs are looking for their first win of the season after 2 tough games to start off the year. Those first 2 games, Heritage Christian and Northview. The Knights came into town last week as the Speedway Sparkplugs unveiled their brand new football field and facility. But that Heritage Christian game, 36-15. And against Northview is a 49-0 ball game. But there are some good things to look at from that game. We'll get into those in just a moment. Lawrenceburg sitting at 1-1 on the season. A loss to one of the toughest teams in the state every single year, East Central. That was 39-12. And a win over Taylor. That was 41-13. Now going back to that game, the defense looked solid for Speedway against Northview. The final score in that first quarter, 6-0 after a blocked PAT and 1 touchdown from a very good special teams return. Aside from that, I thought that the defense looked great. There was pressure coming in. There was a lot of good stuff coming from that defensive end. They were getting stops, but the offense just wasn't able to move the football in the way that they needed to. We're going to go ahead and take a look at the keys to the game, and we're going to start it off with talking about Speedway, of course. And speaking on that run game, they do need to get that run game going, but also they need to get home on the quarterback. Despite the fact the defense looked good in that first quarter, they were able to bring pressure. They just were not able to bring the quarterback down last week. This week they're going to have to. They're going up against a very good quarterback in Crew Gilmore. But for now, we're going to stop for the national anthem. We'll be right back here on SCTV.
Resident.
Thank you to the marching band of the Sparkplugs for the national anthem. As we take a look now at the keys to the game from the other side. Lawrenceburg's keys to the game, they're going to have to pass early. That was something that Speedway struggled on as the game went along. Obviously talking about that first quarter, very solid in all aspects it seemed like, but as the quarters went along, it seemed like that defense really struggled. Much smaller than that Northview team. This is going to be a little bit more balanced going up against Lawrenceburg. Also, get Becker going in on defense. The safety, Jacob Becker, 16 total tackles through 2 games, and the senior's going to be hunting from both the pass game and the rush game from Lawrenceburg. Talking about the Speedway Sparkplugs, getting back into it, the return game is going to be something to be looking out for. Each time you see a kickoff, it really seemed like they had something going there in a couple of moments in the game. Ashola had 2 50-yard returns in the game. Both of those got called back for holding penalties, but he has an eye for the gap. He's very tough in space, so be looking out for number 3 on the football field for the Sparkplugs whenever it comes to the return game. Also, the middle of the field seemed available in the pass game at times throughout that game against Northview. They were able to catch the Knights looking a little bit lackadaisical throughout, but there were also some moments whenever the outside really was not looking open at any point throughout the game. Now, your quarterback, talking about Moore, he was very good in the early goings of the game. Logan Moore started the game out 7 for 7, but after that it got really tough for him to make completions, a couple of interceptions later in the game, and really wasn't as comfortable as he seemed like he was in the early goings. If the rushing game and the rushing attack can get going, he's going to be in a really good spot. Talking about rushing, last week Diallo could not get it going. He was 10 rushes for 8 yards. Forbes coming into the game as well. He had 9 yards on 4 rushes, and it ended up being the backup quarterback who came in towards the end of the game. Blake Stewart, the sophomore, came into the game, rushed for 15 yards on just 4 carries, and that ended up being your leading rusher. And that's something that we need to see in the early goings of the game as the Sparkplugs take the field, coming out there on that beautiful new logo with the Speedway wings right down the center. And we are getting closer and closer to kickoff time. The clock showing about 3:40 to go until we're ready to get it going. Now we take a look at Lawrenceburg and the things you're going to want to look out for throughout the game. At quarterback, Crew Gilmore, he's not just a double threat. He's a dual threat, obviously. He can run the ball. He can pass as well. But it just so happens he's also the punter. 40 yards per punt so far this season. So he's rushing, he's passing, and he's also very capable on the special teams end as well. But so far on the season, 132.5 passing yards per game, 4 touchdowns in his first 2 games of the season. He's also rushing for 43 yards per game, and that's good enough for second on the team behind the senior Quayne Foster. Tonight's officials are sponsored by 2020 Eye Physicians of Indiana. With 2 convenient locations in Speedway and Indianapolis, the doctors at 2020 provide the high-quality eye care patients deserve, helping everyone see the field of play more clearly. Thank you to 2020 Eye Physicians of Indiana. But another big note for Lawrenceburg, those are not the only 2 rushers you're going to be seeing. Brogan Wynn, the sophomore, he's 3rd in yards per game so far on the season through those first 2 games, 39.5 yards per game. So you've got 3 players with 3 very even yards per game so far this season, and Quayne Foster, Crew Gilmore, and Brogan Wynn, all 3 are very capable with the rock. As far as the passing game is concerned, the ball is going to get spread out just a bit as we await to see what happens here with the coin toss. Our head official today, Don Sharton, getting the rules and regulations figured out here. And the fans starting to chant here from the student section. But on the Lawrenceburg end, talking about the passing game, as I mentioned, 132.5 yards per game. And it looks like the Tigers will be receiving the opening kickoff of this game. So just like last week, Speedway is going to have the opening kickoff of the second half. On the receiving end, Keaton McGrath going to be somebody to look out for. The senior, whose number is different than normal, and I'll get you that update here as well. Or correction, that's actually Mason Manford you're going to be looking out for in the 13 instead of the 6. But Keaton McGrath, number 1, the senior, 6'2". He's averaging 50.5 yards per game, and he is a dangerous receiver. We talked about the height disadvantages that Speedway went through last week. There was a high-pointed touchdown in the early goings, the only score of the first quarter, with Avery Perry, who stands at about 6'4", and so at 6'2", Keaton McGrath's certainly going to be somebody to look out for as well. Also, broken wind, 21.5 yards per game. The sophomore running back has been dangerous as a receiver as well. And then Jacob Becker, a senior, he's going to be on the free safety end and a wide receiver. He's averaging 28 yards per game. Speedway coming out here. They will start things off on the defensive end as we are geared up. Week 3 play here in Indiana high school football. Long trip for the Lawrenceburg Tigers. The reasoning behind that delayed start time of 7:30. Joey Haviland going to be kicking things off, the senior. As this one booted away, we are ready to get things going. There will be a return from the 5-yard line. And a big return, but a nice tackle down at the knees. The ball came out, but they're going to say he was down there. The return man was Isaiah Williams, the senior, 5'9" senior. And so we'll see what Lawrenceburg has to offer on the offensive end. And we'll see if the Speedway Sparkplugs can dial up some defense here in the early goings.
First and 10 for Lawrenceburg on the 29-yard line.
They will start off at the 29 over on the opposite hash. And early bringing a man in motion. This will just be a handoff right up the middle for a decent gain. That's going to be a gain of about 6 yards. And that will be Quayne Foster, the senior, getting the first carry.
Second day by number 3, Nazid Shola.
Shola was the man with the tackle there on the defensive end. Back playing safety for the Sparkplugs. This time it's going to be a screen pass out to the left side. And looks like that's going to be good enough for a first down. That's going to be Mason Manford. We mentioned him being in a different jersey number 13. And tackled down by Keller Sox, the sophomore.
Gain of 5 on the play. First and 10 for the Tigers on the 31-yard line.
Ball moves over to the 41-yard line here for the Tigers. As Gilmore brings a man in motion. And the ball is fumbled. Gilmore going to have to run it out to the left side, and he's able to go down the sideline, but they say he stepped out of bounds for a loss of 1. Saw something similar to that last week. A ball going over the head of Northview's quarterback, Colton Bath. That time, Crew fortunate to be able to collect that one. Gilmore nearly took off had he not stepped out of bounds, had some possible space down the sidelines. So fortunate for the Sparkplugs as well. Second down and 11. 3 receivers on this formation and another man going in motion. Gilmore takes a snap, hands this one off. It's going to be a run to the outside, and Foster taken down quickly.
Tackle made by number 9,
Mason Bowman in on that tackle. Brings up third down and long, and a possible early stop here for the Sparkplugs. Once again, it's 2 receivers out wide. Gilmore brings another man in motion. Takes a snap. It's going to be a boot out to the left side, and Gilmore over the top. That one is caught for a first down and a little bit more. A gain of about 15 yards and a first down for the Tigers as they are across midfield and into Sparkplug territory. Again, Keaton McGrath with the reception.
First and 10 for the Tigers on the 32-yard line.
Gilmore from the shotgun. He'll hand this one off up the middle, a spin, and a decent gain again for the Tigers.
Williams on the carry. Brought down by number 2, Lucas DeVault.
That's Isaiah Williams.
Gain of 5 on the play. Second and 5 for the Tigers on the
So a 5-yard gain that time. It's going to be second down and 5 from the 37-yard line. Sparkplug's going to need a big play here on defense as the Tigers continue to move this one down the field. Gilmore takes a snap, boots out to the right side, and he's going to use his legs on this one. One missed tackle and a first down after a gain of 6. Nathan Chapman in on the tackle, the linebacker. But just enough for the first down, as that looked like a play-action pass play. But Gilmore deciding to use his legs, as we've already mentioned, he's capable of doing. Gilmore high snap, gets the handoff off, and that goes right up the middle for a gain of 7. And that was the sophomore win. Mason Bowman did make the tackle.
7-yard gain on the play.
Already mentioned his name a time or two throughout this first drive of the game for the Tigers.
3rd and 3 for the Tigers on the 23-yard line.
Approaching 8.5 minutes to go here in quarter number 1. This is still the first drive of the game. Tigers have been very methodical as they've moved down the field. Nothing big so far. This time it's going to be a quarterback keeper for Gilmore, left side, and he does keep that for a first down, a gain of about 7. It's a great fake on the handoff. Gilmore faked out just about everybody, it seemed like, but also heads up play there for Lucas DeVault. Safety able to come over the top and make the tackle. Will be first and 10 though from the 17. Left hash this time. Gilmore with the running back shaded to the right side, drops back to pass this time, finds nobody in the middle of the end zone. And the intended receiver, I believe, is Campbell Williams. The sophomore had his palms up, thought there might have been some contact, but that ball nowhere near the hands of Williams. So that brings up second down and 10.
2nd and 10 for the Tigers on the 17-yard line.
Certainly spread out these formations as they've gotten across midfield as the whistle blows and a timeout by the Sparkplugs.
Timeout, Sparkplug.
First Financial Bank is proud to support the Speedway community. Banking is about neighbors helping neighbors, and it always will be. First Financial Bank, member FDIC. Timeout taken this time by the Sparkplugs in the front half of this first quarter of play. Still 0-0. The first drive of the Tigers has been a long one so far. And we've seen a lot from multiple different players. Brogan Wynn has touched the football. Quayne Foster, the lead back as well. And Crew Gilmore has carried the rock. Took a shot toward the end zone, was incomplete, and that's what brought up 2nd down and 10. Speedway defense, at least the coach didn't like what he saw from the defense, so he called a timeout.
2nd and 10 for the Tigers on the 17-yard line.
And so the Tigers come back out here on offense. We'll see what they can do. Same formation here for Lawrenceburg. Motion man comes over, and this will be a handoff up the middle, and a great play by the defensive end, I believe. That was Nathan Chapman that came firing in, the outside linebacker, to make the play and bring up 3rd down and 10. Tackled him right back down at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. 3rd and 10 for the Tigers on the 17th.
Huge opportunity here for the Sparkplugs. Could possibly force a field goal. 2 receivers out right. Crew out there with Quayne Foster to his right. It is a boot over to the right side, and this pass incomplete. Outside of the reach of his intended receiver, that was McGrath. And that brings up 4th down and 10. Looks like the offense staying out there. Taking the opportunity to possibly convert here for a big play, or at worst,
4th and 10 for the Tigers.
It is bad field position for the Sparkplugs. But the ball does rest at the 17-yard line as Speedway takes a timeout. So they're going to think about this. We'll see if they bring out the kicking team or if they keep the offense out there on the field. And correction, that was a Lawrenceburg timeout. On the kicking end of things, take a look at special team stats. Nothing posted as far as PATs and field goals. No field goal attempts so far this season for the Tigers. So they're going to bring the offense out, and they're going to keep it that way.
After the timeout. 4th and 10, Tigers on the 17-yard line.
4th down and 10. Big stop opportunity for the Sparkplugs. Gilmore once again in the shotgun. He'll take it running out to the right side. They'll pass it back. That's incomplete. Is that a fumble? No, it is not. It's an incomplete pass and a big stop for the Sparkplugs. Tried to get the change of direction. Passing it back across the field. No dice on that one. Speedway will get the football here. No score so far. And it is Blake Stewart out there at quarterback, taking the snaps for Speedway. We saw him in the second half of last game. We mentioned he had 15 rushing yards. This time it is a dialed-up QB keeper. He loses the football. And who has it? It looks like the Tigers.
There was a fumble on
First play and a fumble.
The Tigers.
for the sophomore quarterback. And so after the big stop from the defensive Speedway, they'll go right back out there again. And great field position here for Lawrenceburg.
Turnover, 1st and 10 for the Tigers on the 17-yard line.
It was a carry off to the right side that time for Stewart. And he just got hit right in the gut, lost the football. So we'll try this again. Basically from the same spot on the field, the 22-yard line. Make that the 17-yard line. Gilmore hands this one off up the middle, and a penalty flag drops down near the line of scrimmage.
On the carry. Tackle made by number 52, Dawson Hott.
See what that call was, but for now it's a decent gain for Foster. And that is going to be a penalty flag on the offensive line. So it's going to be coming back 10 yards. Certainly fortuitous here for your Sparkplugs. As you see the call again, we will repeat the down. This time though, 1st and 20. Under 6 minutes of play here in this first quarter is left. And the defense looking for another big stop. See LeBron Willis, defensive end, getting hyped up. Shotgun again here for Gilmore. Motion man is Labazo, as this one thrown over the top toward the end zone and out of bounds.
Number 1, Pete McGrath.
Seems so far Gilmore not able to connect with McGrath. It's the 3rd or 4th time he's tried to target his big receiver. 2nd time he's targeted for a touchdown. But it is 2nd down and long. Lawrenceburg has gone to that bootleg multiple times. And really the only thing that has come of it was a single 1st down run for 6 yards. That was by Gilmore around midfield. This time he's got Williams to his left. Brings Becker in motion, takes the snap, and he'll keep it this time left side. He's got a blocker in front, and he is out of bounds at the 13-yard line. So not enough for the 1st down. It's going to be 3rd down here. Third down and 5 following the 15-yard carry by Gilmore.
On the 13-yard line.
Gilmore once again out there with Isaiah Williams. He'll take the snap, hands this off up the middle to Williams. Williams headed toward the end zone, a hurdle, and he is in the end zone for a Lawrenceburg touchdown. But a flag is down. A couple of different penalty markers down. You have to wonder if that lead blocker wasn't holding on to the Speedway player. It's a personal foul. So a huge penalty wipes away the touchdown here on 3rd down. So just like that, Lawrenceburg going to be heading back to just about where they started. No, I guess it's a 10-yard penalty.
After the penalty, 3rd and 12 for the Tigers on the 20-yard line.
So back to the 20-yard line the Tigers go. It's going to be 3rd down and 12. So more life given to this Speedway defense. How will they respond after that touchdown run was wiped away? Only the third drive of this game so far. Following the opening fumble on the carry. Good field position here for Lawrenceburg. Once again booting out. And Gilmore completes this one. It's caught toward the end zone in a touchdown, Lawrenceburg.
Gilmore's pass is complete.
Mason Manford.
To number 13, Mason Manford, touchdown Tigers.
Manford scores the bootleg to the right side, works out that time, and like I mentioned during the pregame, not too much of an issue from Speedway as far as getting penetration, coming after the quarterback. It's that final part, bringing the quarterback down, getting home has been a struggle so far. The PAT attempt up and good. 7-0 our score, 4:55 to go here in quarter number one.
4:55 first quarter, Tigers 7, Sparkplug 0.
Time of possession easily in favor of Lawrenceburg. Only one play so far from the Sparkplugs. We'll see what they can do coming back out here in a 7-0 ball game. Speedway certainly needing a longer drive this time. The defense for Speedway has been out there for a long time. You do not want to go 3 and out in this situation and put the ball back in the hands of Lawrenceburg. Also worth mentioning, as I did earlier, Mazida Shola, a dominant return man. Looks like he's going to have some special moments this season. Will we see one today? Had 2 huge kick returns in that game last week against Northview, called back from holding penalties. They can clean that up. He's going to be a huge asset on the special team side of things. Return team coming out. Lucas DeVault back.
Kicking off for the Tigers.
Shola as well over on the left side. Now last week they had 2 returners evenly back. We'll see if they break off into that here. As Shola not the return guy this time. But a good return as this one gets past the 35 and down at the 38-yard line.
Brought down by number 4, Isaiah Barnes.
And I believe that was
17-yard return to the Sparkplug.
Namaha with the carry. So a great return at that time and good starting field position here for your Sparkplugs.
On the 37-yard line.
Stewart back out there. Back to his left. This time a handoff, and right into the backfield is Lawrenceburg. Diallo not able to do much with that one.
Brought down by number 38,
It's a loss of 4 yards on his first carry.
Loss of 4.
Something similar that we saw last week. Out of those 10 carries from Diallo last week, 5 went for negative yardage. Stewart back to pass this time, goes left side screen, and that goes nowhere as well. DeVault with the reception. A 4-yard loss on that one as well.
For the Tigers.
So 2 plays, negative yards, 3rd down and 18 coming up. See if they'll go conservative here. They're trying to get it all. Stewart drops back to pass, fires middle of the field. And a great return, finding the left side and out of bounds at the 43-yard line. That was Ashola. I mentioned how good he is in open space, no different on the receiving end, but that is still going to be short of the line to gain, but going to keep the offense out here. Speedway going to go for it. 4th down and 4 after a 14-yard gain for Ashola. Stewart calling out one of the defenders on the Lawrenceburg side. And a timeout going to be called, just trying to see if the Tigers would jump off sides. They do not. And so I have to assume that the punt team will be coming back out. So it is a nice job by the Tiger defense not to give up anything right there. No mental mistakes. That was one of the biggest keys last week, was avoiding mental mistakes for the Northview Knights. They were able to do that. So right now, 1 positive play on the offensive end. Stewart had the rush and fumble on the first possession. A carry by Diallo goes for -4. A reception for DeVault, -4, and then a 14-yard pass makes up just about all of it to Ashola, but not enough. 4th down and 4.
Back deep for the Tigers, number 20, Isaiah Williams.
And so the punt here from Speedway is going to be a bit short, but it gets a good bounce toward the 20-yard line and across. And that is where it will be spotted. So a nice punt that time from Eli Bishop. Much more likely to get that football to do what you want out there on that nice turf field, especially that new turf.
1st and 10 for the Tigers.
Only the 2nd game played at this new facility for the Speedway Sparkplugs. Lawrenceburg able to score on their last possession. They have not yet gone all the way down the field for a touchdown. We'll see what happens here. Screen pass out to the left side, finding the receiver McGrath, and he is going to be tripped up at the 21-yard line, only a gain of 1 yard.
Brought down by number 10, Kevin Sox.
Great job by the sophomore Sox, closing in on that play. McGrath can be lethal in open field. Shotgun again. Tigers hand this one off up the middle. And again, a nice stop right up the middle. That's Nathan Chapman, the linebacker, able to clog that one up. Going to be 3rd down and medium, 5 yards to gain. 25-yard line. See if they keep it on the ground as a whistle and a timeout going to be taken, the final one here for the Sparkplugs. So all 3 timeouts already used in just the first quarter. 1:45 to play here in period number 1. 7-0 your score. Tigers on top. As mentioned, we've yet to see a full drive from Lawrenceburg. They were stopped on the Speedway side of the field. They went for it, 4th down and long. They weren't able to pick it up. Speedway gave the ball right back off the fumble. And after a touchdown was wiped away, Lawrenceburg got moved back on a penalty. But they were able to get the completion and the touchdown to bring the score to what it is. But it is 3rd down and 5.
Speedway timeout, 35 to the Tigers on the 25-yard line.
Foster in the backfield. And it will be a pass this time. Throwing right side, that is caught. It's McGrath again. He'll be brought down after the 1st down and an extra 5 yards. It's a 10-yard reception. And a penalty flag gets thrown from inside the pile. Wonder if that's not going to go against the Sparkplugs. Some extra activities in the pile, not sure yet. It is a personal foul. That's going to go against Lawrenceburg. And so we'll see where the ball ends up getting spotted, if that comes from where the penalty flag was, and that's exactly where it'll come from. It is still a 1st down after the play. Because that was unsportsmanlike conduct, it comes after the play. The 1st down will count, but it'll be 1st and 10 with worse field position than they started. Correction, it's going to be the exact same field position where they started. They're going to start on the 20-yard line. So basically a complete reset, 1st and 10 from the 20. Gilmore hands this one off. No, keeps it himself. He's going to take off up the left side. Gets tripped up for a moment, but it's a big gain across the 50-yard line. Gilmore taking off toward the end zone, and that is going to be a touchdown.
Gilmore.
An 80-yard touchdown run for Crew Gilmore. And just like that, 13-0 Tigers. I was able to spot the keeper on that zone read a couple of times, but that time even got me, as it seemed like that was going to be an automatic handoff up the middle. But no, Gilmore holds on to it and takes it for 6. McCool back out there for the PAT. This one popped up in the air and just makes it over the crossbar to make this one 14-0.
1:10 left in the quarter. Lawrenceburg Tigers 14.
Also important to mention, didn't really get into it too much. Blake Stewart, the starting quarterback for tonight. Last week, Logan Moore was your starting quarterback. He had started through the first 2 games of the season. We did see Stewart come into the game, as I mentioned earlier, in the second half of last week's game against the Northview Knights. He rushed for 15 yards but did not have any completions. Today so far, 1 carry. Fumbled the football on that one, but he's had 2 passes. He's 2 for 2 with 10 yards through the air. Again, this is an opportunity for the Sparkplugs to get something going on the special teams end. There have been some really nice opportunities from this return team so far this season.
Number 14, Caden McCool. Back deep for the Sparkplug. Number 2.
McCool back out there to kick. This one going to be squibbed up the middle. Speedway needing to jump on that one, and a huge tackle.
Mahar on the return.
And that was Mahar again. Had a decent return last time, and Lawrenceburg electing to not even try it. It's just a squib kick. Front man couldn't handle it. Mahar was there to pick it back up. Based on what ended up happening, probably would have been smarter to just fall on the football, but just trying to make a play. Mahar, the middle of those three receivers, over to the left side. Faking the handoff to Diallo, passing left side, and that's going to be a short gain of 3. That was Ashola. 2 receptions so far in the game for him. He's got 17 yards. Also happens to be the man that I'm wanting to see get a kick return, because I know he can be electric. This will likely be the last snap of the first quarter, unless we see the clock stop. They're going to get this one out to the left side, and it is Ashola on the handoff, but he loses 1. Azid Ashola going nowhere on that one. So 3rd down and 9. And trying to move quickly, and it looks like a timeout going to be taken. And that timeout going to be taken. Oh, no, that's the end of the quarter. Saw the call from the official. I thought he was saying that there was a timeout taken by Speedway, but no. We'll switch things up as the Sparkplugs looking at a 3rd down and long, 3rd and 9 on their own side of the field. Looking to get this first down here. Nearly picked up a 3rd down and very long, 3rd down and 18. Able to pick up 14 of those yards, came up just short, and ended up punting it away. But still trying to get that first down. And the big highlight offensive player so far has been Ashola, 17 yards through the air. He's got 1 carry for -2.
Starts the second quarter. 3rd and long for the Sparkplug. He's on the 35-yard line.
So far, Stewart has passed for 13 yards on 3 completions. He's 3 for 3 so far on the day. And he'll go to the air here. Booting out to the right side. The pass is outside of the reach of Mahar for the first incomplete pass of the day for Stewart. And the punt team will come back out here for Speedway.
Brings up 4th down for Speedway. Out the punt for the Sparkplug, number 30, Eli Bishop.
So a new quarter, 14-0 the score. The Tigers leading this one. Pretty good punt last time out. See if we can get some more magic this time around from Bishop. Bishop lets that one fly off the end of the toe, and it will not be returned. Bounces backward that time. Out to the 36-yard line. Curious, you know, the return man there for Lawrenceburg let that one go after watching a great dribbler of a punt from Bishop the last time out. Fortunate that that one bounced backward instead of toward the end zone. But after seeing that, I would have assumed he would have just caught the ball, either fair catch or for a return. Nobody blocking that time. Would have assumed it would be a fair catch. And they actually do spot it at the 39-yard line. Lawrenceburg's offense getting going. Pump fake that time, now throwing it deep down the field, and that is caught. Big gainer up the left side of the field, still trucking toward the end zone and knocked out of bounds. That was Mason Manford, but a penalty flag is down. That's a holding against Lawrenceburg, and another big penalty going to move them back. I will say the last time the Tigers had a big penalty, they didn't even bat an eye. It was a huge 80-yard rush from their quarterback, Gilmore. But it'll be first down and 20 from the 29-yard line. Much more space to work with here for the Speedway defense. That was a huge shot down the field, though, to Manford, wearing the number 13 today, normally number 6. Four receivers spread out, 2 on each side here for Lawrenceburg. Gilmore takes the snap, and he is back to pass. No, he's going to keep it himself, and he's brought down. Looks like he might have picked up a yard, but a great play that time, closing the pocket down, and Nathan Chapman gets the tackle. Second down and 19 here for the Tigers.
Second and 19 for the Tigers.
It was a 1-yard gain on the quarterback carry. Not sure if that was a play where you just didn't see anything or if Gilmore had a design to run that time. But he'll boot off to the left side, and he is going to stay up and tosses that one out of bounds. Incomplete. Had to underhand that one.
Proof Gilmore, pressure by number 13, LeBron Willis.
And not sure if they call that fumble. It seemed like that was going to be in front of the line of scrimmage possibly, but no. He was laid out, and it's whatever the back part of your body is, you've still got something behind that line of scrimmage. It's still going to be a pass behind the line of scrimmage. So a clean play that time, but great defense once again from the Sparkplugs. No gain on the play, an incomplete pass. It's going to be third down and 19. Whistles. And a timeout taken this time by the offense. The Tigers going to think about it a little bit. Dust off the playbook, find their 19-yard play. But so far, once again, I just want to mention, I really think that this Speedway defense, both last week and this week, have shown some really good stuff. They do come out there a bit undersized, but there is some speed in this team. They've been able to put pressure on Gilmore so far today, outside of that huge carry. And we saw from Gilmore what can happen when there's some pressure, you know, that underhand pass. It worked out for him on that play and ended up being just considered a throwaway, but you know, he doesn't get that off as a pass. Could be a fumble. Could have been a penalty flag had he been in front of that line of scrimmage. So just a lot of capability of mistakes when you're trying to pull off plays like that. But the biggest mistake on this drive being the penalty flag. It has set them back after a huge first down was wiped away. It is third down and 19. See what the Speedway defense can do. And a penalty flag. And before the play, encroachment. Going to help out that Tiger offense. It's still going to be third down and long, but a little less long. Third down and 14. 10.5 minutes to go here in the first half. Sparkplugs needing to get some offense, but first it's going to be a defensive stop right here. 3rd down and 14. Gilmore takes the snap, back to pass once again. This time lets it fly middle of the field, intercepted! Picked off at the 39-yard line. Mason Bowman, the safety, comes through, and it's basically an arm punt there from Lawrenceburg. And a big play, looking for a momentum swing here for Speedway. Huge turnover. And the offense needing to get in business here for Speedway. First snap, screen pass out to the right side, and it's going to be a decent gain on first down. That was Amari Forbes, a sophomore, 6-foot sophomore with the reception.
Second and 6 to the Sparkplug, 41-yard line.
Second down from the 41. It'll be 2nd down and 7. Shola comes in motion and a penalty flag. And a false start. Mental error that time. Going to set Speedway back. It'll be 2nd down and 11.
Penalty against the Plug.
See if Speedway gets a little bit more aggressive as they get toward the middle of the field, if they're able to get this close to the first down.
After the penalty, 2nd and 12 for Speedway on the 36-yard line.
Knowing the situation, down 14-0, defense comes away with a big momentum play. Clearly hoping to capitalize on the turnover. Stewart takes the snap. And that time the pass just in front of Ashola, but he puts his hands up, knows that he probably should have had that one. Third target of the day for Mazid Ashola, who's got 17 yards receiving in this game.
3rd and 12 to the Sparkplug, 36-yard line.
Stewart so far 4 for 6 through the air. 3rd down and 12. He's got Forbes in the backfield with him. Brings Ashola in motion. Taking the snap, and it's a breakthrough, but it's a screen pass. And Forbes is taken down after a gain of 4.
Short pass complete to number 14, Amari Forbes. Tackle made by number 29, Vandy Labaza.
Able to pick up the completion,
but
not for much and not enough. It's going to be 4th down and 9, and 4th down and 8. So another punt coming up here for Speedway. Snap, kick away. This one tracking to the 35, and it will once again take a good bounce. Goes back to the 27-yard line. And so 2 of those 3 punts with a Speedway bounce. Certainly going to take advantage of that if you know that Lawrenceburg is not interested in receiving those punts. So far in the game, outside of a breakaway, huge gain, touchdown earlier, it was an 80-yard rush from Gilmore. The defense, as far as full field drives, they've done a very nice job. As the speed option going out to the right side, and it's for a good gain and a first down, a gain of 12 on the carry. So we've seen plenty of the read option today. That time some speed option. Isaiah Williams took that pitch. As we see the clock trickle, it'll be under 8 minutes to go here in this first half. By the time Lawrenceburg takes their snap here, 1st and 10 from the 40. And Gilmore will keep it this time, trying to outstretch to the outside, finds the seam and goes straight through the defender for another first down. That was Mahar.
With the stop for the Sparkplug. Gain of 10 on the play.
10-yard gain, good enough for a first down, right out of bounds at the 50-yard line. And Mahar stood in there and took an absolute shot from the 5'11" quarterback, Crew Gilmore. Gilmore in the shotgun. Takes a snap, back to pass, quickly out of the hands and out of bounds as he finds his man, McGrath. So a 5-yard gain.
Lucas the ball and coverage for the Sparkplug. Gain of 5 on the play. 2nd and 5 for the Tigers on the 45-yard line.
14-0 ball game. Low possessions so far, long drives from the Tigers and some quick ones from Speedway so far, but not too many possessions. Passing play again here, Gilmore finds his man over the top. Goes down immediately. Mason Manford, certainly one of the top 2 receivers on this team. And that's good enough for a first down once again. That's going to be down to the 28-yard line from what was the 45. So letting Gilmore go to the air much more here in this second quarter. Faking the handoff again. Gilmore out to the left side, a stiff arm and staying in bounds for a couple more yards. It's a first down and a gain of 12 for Crew Gilmore. Chapman going to record the tackle on that play.
Gain of 8 on the play. Second and 2 for the Tigers on the 20-yard line.
And correction, they did have him marked out of bounds sooner than the line to gain. So it'll be 2nd down and 2. Under 7 minutes of play here in this first half. Gilmore takes a snap. Runs right up the middle and into the end zone. Touchdown, the freshman Connor Battle. Correction, it's Brogan Wynn. Looking at the wrong roster that time, apologies. So 20-0, Tigers on top in this one. 6:47 to play. As a snap, the kick, and that one is good. 21-0 ball game.
6:47 left in the second quarter. Lawrenceburg Tigers 21.
The Speedway Lions Club is a proud partner and supporter of the town of Speedway and Speedway schools. The club meets on the 2nd and 4th Wednesday of each month at 6 p.m. in the Speedway Municipal Center. More information about the club and about joining the club are available via email at speedwaylionsclub@gmail.com. Well, we mentioned a few different players on that roster for the Tigers, and we've seen just about every single one of them have a piece of the pie here today. Gilmore had the huge 80-yard reception. That time it was Wynn with the touchdown and the carry right up the middle. And we have seen Quayne Foster as well sparingly throughout this game. course, on the receiving end, mentioning Keaton McGrath quite a few times here today as well. We do thank you for joining us here on SCTV, choosing us for your Friday night ball game.
Kicking off for the Tigers, number 14, Caden McCoy. Back deep for the Sparkplug. Number 2, Lucas Saval.
And another pooch kick. This one returned immediately, and a great return this time out across the 45-yard line, and that is Nehmahar.
Nathan Chapman with the return, brought down by a pack of Tigers.
Chapman ended up with the football. I thought that Mahar actually caught it, so Nathan Chapman was the one who returned that one.
First and 10 for the Sparkplugs on the 47-yard line.
Rain coming down here in Speedway. See how that affects the offense for the Sparkplugs. Man comes in motion, and they will sweep this out to the left side, but it's sniffed out quickly by the Tigers. Nehmahar with the carry.
Brought down by number 3,
Campbell Williams, the defensive back, sophomore,
no gain on the play.
with the tackle at the line of scrimmage.
Second and 10 for Speedway on the 47-yard line.
Second down and 10 from the 47. Handing this off up the middle, and brought down immediately was Diallo.
Mamadou Diallo with the carry.
He has had a tough go these last couple of games.
Set down with the shot for the Tigers.
Nothing really to the fault of Diallo. It's just there have not been many lanes.
Short gain on the play for the Sparkplug. Third and long for Speedway.
So that brings up third down and 11. Under center. And back to pass this time, looking left side, caught, and an immediate tackle down just short of the 50-yard line. Nehmahar with another reception.
Tackle made by number 20, Isaiah Williams.
So completion percentage certainly not an issue here for Stewart. They will bring out the punt team here. Fourth down and 8. Not going to risk it at the 50-yard line here, under 5 minutes to go in the first half. The punt is away. It is a high one as it will bounce back. And quickly touched down that time by Corey Midget. First man on the scene on that one. So we've seen a couple of different types of punts from Bishop. He's gone off the toe, but that one high in the air, no return. We have yet to see a punt return in this one. 4 punts so far for Bishop. And there was a flag out holding on the return team. A holding penalty without even having a return. So that'll move it back and takes away 10 yards. What was pretty decent field position, very normal now. The 26-yard line for Lawrenceburg. Handoff this time, and pressure in the backfield as a slew of Speedway Sparkplugs are able to get to the running back. Dawson Ott was the one who finally brought him down.
No gain on the play.
And so it remains second down and 10.
Second and 10 for the Tigers on the 26-yard line.
3 spark plugs in the backfield on that play. And that's what I've been talking about. That's what we've seen. It seems like they've done a nice job as long as they haven't been giving up the sidelines. Around the middle of the field, just outside the tackles, normally a couple of bodies there. Back to pass this time, quick pressure. And the quarterback able to get out of that one and complete the pass at around the first down marker. And we'll see where that ends up being marked. It looks like it's just short. Again, that was McGrath. Pressure shot straight through there, but Gilmore able to run out of it. That was the #1 key to this game for Speedway. They're able to put up pressure, but they have to get home and bring down Gilmore in the backfield. Instead, 3rd down and short, 1 yard to go from the 35. Almost looks like he might get a direct snap on this one, but no. Gilmore keeps it, and he carries it across the 35 for a first down just short of the 40. Had 3 lead blockers in the backfield in an interesting formation. Almost a 3 fullback set is what it basically looked like.
First and 10 on the 39-yard line.
Clock continues to tick. Will be under 3 minutes to go here in this first half as Gilmore in the shotgun. Three receivers to the left side looking left on the pass. He will have to scramble out wide, take it himself, and just short of the first down as he tried to toe tap down the left sideline. There is a flag down on the play. And once again, a decent gain gets pulled back from Lawrenceburg. If it wasn't for the penalties, they would be in even better shape than they are right now, a 21-0 ball game. And it is a holding call.
Holding on the Tigers.
I feel like it's about the 5th possession where I've said this, but it's first down and 20.
First and 20 for the Tigers on the 28
yards from the 28. Gilmore has kept it himself multiple times in this situation, instead going screen pass to McGrath. Finds his way up the sidelines, takes a massive hit after a gain of 10. That was Mazid Ashola.
Tackle made by number 3, Mazid Ashola.
So a good gain that time for the Tigers, but a wallop of a hit on McGrath. Second down and 10.
Second and 10 for the Tigers.
Approaching 2 minutes to go here in the half. Needing a big play here from the defense. Thinking about the pass. Instead, it's going to be a keeper here for Gilmore. Gilmore with the carry across the 40-yard line, now down about the 30. I will report no flags this time. So it's a huge gain for the quarterback, Gilmore. He's been doing it with his legs all day long and continues to do it that time. A couple of pump fakes, and he was gone straight through the middle.
First and 10 for the Tigers on the 31-yard line.
Tigers leading this one 21-0, trying to add to that. Reminder, the Sparkplugs do get the ball to open up the second half, so a stop here would be massive for Speedway. Handoff this time left side. Big gainer up the sideline and into the end zone. Touchdown, Isaiah Williams.
Isaiah Williams with the carry.
Capping off a very solid first half here for the Tigers with another touchdown with under a minute and a half to go.
First and goal for the Tigers.
And no, they're actually going to say he was down short. So it's going to be 1st and 10 from the 7-yard line. This time a handoff and into the end zone. So a couple of seconds tick off. But the result the same. Same player as well, Isaiah Williams with the carry and the score.
Cade McCool off for the PAT.
27-0 as McCool comes back out for the PAT.
Number 44, Silas Edwards.
All 3 PATs have been good. They've looked completely different each time off the foot. It'll be interesting to see what happens on this one. This time the kick a low liner and it's through. 28-0 is the score as the Tigers leading it here at Speedway.
Lawrenceburg Tigers 28, Sparkplug 0.
One final chance here in this first half, you have to assume. A minute and a half of play. Popcheff and Dinn has been your trusted Speedway law firm for over 50 years, offering reliable, caring legal support to families and businesses in our community. Located at 5023 West 16th Street or online at popchefflaw.com. I want to thank everybody who keeps us on the air, all of our sponsors. Here on SCTV for your Speedway Athletics. This is the Speedway Sports Network. I'm Landon Kleindorfer with a minute 24 to go here in the first half. 28-0 your score following the rushing touchdown here from Lawrenceburg.
Backbeat for Speedway, number 2, Lucas DeVault.
This one kicked away, and that one goes out of bounds. So the penalty flag flies, and at this point, not a bad idea to just kick that out of bounds. I believe it goes to the 35-yard line. We'll see. But a couple of nice returns so far from Speedway have led to some conservative special teams play on the kickoff team of Lawrenceburg. Looks like a penalty flag possibly out. Not sure what the reasoning is, but we are going to get a re-kick. I suppose on the penalty flag you can either elect to take it from out of bounds or take it on a re-kick. And so that is seemingly what's about to happen. So they will kick off again here from the 35-yard line.
Cade McCool kicking off again for the Tigers.
And McCool will kick.
Lucas DeVault backbeat for the Sparkplug.
And it's an onside kick, a quick kick that time, and it's recovered at the 47. So plenty of eyebrow-raising moments in the last couple of kicks. They had been squibbing it that time, trying to catch the Sparkplugs off guard. And instead, it's good field position here with 60 seconds of play left in this first half. Speedway has an opportunity. If they can put some points up on the board, they will be getting the ball on that opening kick in the second half. So Stewart back to pass this time. He's got time. Finds a receiver short left side. And that will be a loss of 1.
Number 14, Amari Ford.
That is Forbes' third reception of the game. He's got 6 yards. Stewart drops back again. This time over the top, tries to find his receiver in the middle. That was Lucas DeVault. Incomplete, only his third incompletion of the day.
Third and 11 for the Sparkplug, number 45.
10 passing attempts so far for Stewart. In that game against Northview, really used his legs, those 15 yards, had 5 carries. Haven't really seen that since the fumble to open up the offense for Speedway. Another pass this time and a designed short screen on the right side. And that's Namaha. Timeout going to be taken here. 4th down and short. 21 seconds to go, middle of the field. I don't hate the idea of Speedway going for it here. We'll see what they do after the timeout. But following a loss of 1 there on 3rd down, they're able to pick up 8 yards. So it is 4th down and 4, but into Lawrenceburg territory. It's been a rare sight today, but nice job of moving the football past that point this time, obviously coming off of good special teams. And a helpful assist from the Tigers kicking team, who went with the onside, trying to throw Speedway off. So the offense will come back out here. 4th down and 4. Looking to keep the drive alive with 21 seconds. No timeouts left here for Speedway. No timeouts for either team. Back to pass this time over the top of the intended receiver, who is nailed. And that was Sox, the intended receiver, but over the head and incomplete. Turnover on downs. 18 seconds to go in the first half.
First and 10 for the Tigers on the 47-yard line.
Yards passing so far for Stewart. 18 seconds of play. We'll see if Lawrenceburg is going to attempt to get a score here. As I mentioned, no timeouts left. Faking the screen pass, now going for it, a pitch play, and a huge gainer up the left side. 12 yards, or 12 seconds left on the clock, as it will continue to tick. It stops for the first down. They're going to need to move quickly here with 7 seconds already across the 20-yard line. And the officials finally getting the ball spotted. Clock starts to tick. Here's the snap. And stopping the clock with 2 seconds to go. And another huge play, a trick play that time from Lawrenceburg. Sort of a backfield screen and pitch. And this time passing for the end zone, jump ball for it, and right at the end zone, touchdown. As the clock hits zeros, it's Keaton McGrath, a huge gain. And a touchdown to make it 34-0. And they'll bring out the PAT team to try to add one more. Look out on this play, though. Said these kicks have looked very different each time, but this one straight through.
The full PAT attempt is good.
35-0 the score.
Tigers 35, Sparkplug 0.
Defense, once again, the scoreboard not going to show it, but we saw some great plays from the defense. It's the massive plays that they need to be more defensive over the deep ball threat, the large runs, those types of things. But as far as the short game's concerned, the defense has stuck in there. But for now, we will take a break for halftime. Enjoy the sights and sounds of the 500 Regiment under the direction of Delaney Rubel. Tonight is movie night as they perform Mission Impossible, Eye of the Tiger, and Jurassic Park. You're watching Sparkplug football on the Speedway Sports Network on SCTV.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome and enjoy the halftime performance from the Speedway 500 Regiment.
My name is Lucas Duvall and I play wide receiver and safety here at Speedway. My dad is the only one that's played football here, and he always told me how nice it was here. And then when I got to high school, I realized it really is everything that he said. I mean, I look up to my dad for sure. He's one of my heroes, and it's just nice to play where he played. I've known all these guys since we've been little. We've all hung out, you know, just played football in the yard, and now we get to play football like together for Speedway. It's amazing. We all like each other. We're all going to play for each other, and we're going to be there for each other when it gets hard. Just getting out there and getting to play with my guys. After graduation, I'm still looking right now. Definitely college though. Right now, I think my main goal is to be in the engineering program at Purdue. You know, nothing worth doing is easy. Winning isn't easy, but every time you win, it just feels so much better than doing something that you could do whenever, just easily. Playing football here it's different because everybody knows everybody, tight-knit town, and like it really feels like a family when you're playing here.
Hi Speedway, I'm Tammy Smith, the Parks Director for the town of Speedway. I'm here at Leonard Park to invite you to this year's Public Safety and Service Community Day. Come out to Leonard Park on Thursday, September 11th from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. Come out for some community fun and engage with the departments that work around our town, the Speedway Fire Department, the Speedway Police Department, along with other departments that service the community. We will have some of the town's vehicles and equipment out for people to see up close and personal. The Speedway Police Department will be on hand grilling hot dogs. The Speedway Fire Department will be providing waters and chips. In addition, the town leaders will be here serving up Fun Days ice cream. Once again, Speedway Public Library will be sponsoring the foam cannon. So bring your kiddos out prepared to have fun in some bubbly foam. In addition, we will have several local groups and services and businesses on hand to educate you on what they have to offer the community. We hope you'll join us. Again, that's Thursday, September 11th from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. Come out and join the fun. Thank you.
I'm Brad Sloan. I'm the Town of Speedway Wastewater Superintendent. What we are doing here today is we are lining approximately 25 manholes for the Town of Speedway. The 25 manholes are in Old Speedway, 15th Street to 12th Street. What happens is over the years, these manholes are approaching 100 years old. They're made out of brick and mortar. Over the years, the mortar breaks down, disintegrates, and allows stormwater into our sanitary system. That is something we do not want because that causes issues with flooding and other problems. It's actually water that does not need to be treated. So we are putting in a epoxy liner for these manholes. What they do is they come in, they pressure wash the manholes, they seal up any leaks, and then they put the epoxy liner on that manhole. That liner is guaranteed to last for 20 years or longer. Lining the manholes is you don't have to pull up a new manhole and put in a whole new structure. This helps support the old structure, and then you don't have to shut the streets down or anything like that, so it's actually cheaper in the long run. The process should be done by September 8th. If you have any questions, you can contact myself, Brad Sloan. My email is bsloan@speedwayIN.gov, or my phone number 765-621-5220.
Welcome back to Speedway High School, where the Speedway Sparkplugs taking on the Tigers of Lawrenceburg here on the Speedway Sports Network on SCTV. I'm Landon Kleindorfer. Thank you for joining me. At Lindy Advanced Material Technologies, we believe young leaders are the future of our company. We proudly sponsor the Speedway High School STEAM Student of the Week. This week, Lindy AMT, along with the Speedway Community Television and Speedway High School Computer Science Department, would like to recognize Lorelei Lopez Arias, a bright and hardworking student whose quiet initiative and determination set her apart. She eagerly tackles new challenges, approaching each with persistence, reliability, and a strong commitment to excellence. Lindy AMT thanks Lorelei for the dedication, curiosity, and willingness to learn. We wish you the best of luck in your future endeavors. From Speedway to space, Lindy Advanced Material Technologies, making the world more productive. Taking a look back at the keys to the game in this ball game, and starting off with the Speedway Sparkplugs. Mentioned that they really needed to get home on the quarterback, and that is still very, very true to this point in the game. It has been a tough go of it, especially in that second quarter. Crew Gilmore, the quarterback, has had some huge carries in this one, including an 80-yard touchdown. But once again, just like last week, the defense has done a nice job penetrating, getting through the offensive line, and putting pressure on Gilmore. Just have not been able to bring him down. Secondly, getting the run game going. Right now, your top rusher in Diallo has had 2 carries. He's minus 5 yards on the day. Just hasn't been able to get things going these last couple of games, and it's really got to start with the Hogs up front. The offensive line have to make some holes. They have to be able to move that line of scrimmage in order to get the run game going. Going to the Lawrenceburg side of things, we take a look at those as well. Passing early, that was something that we did see, dropping back to pass, at least showing the willingness to throw the football, especially in that first quarter. It ended up being a lot more runs, but Crew Gilmore not afraid to drop back to pass. We saw in the end of the second quarter, as the clock hit zeros, a massive shot to the end zone, hitting McGrath for the touchdown to make it 35-0, and then getting Becker going on defense. Really, the entire defense has gotten going so far. They've only allowed a single first down. They've had a very nice game thus far on the defensive end. Taking a look at some of the numbers so far throughout this game on the Speedway side of things. That is Stewart, the quarterback, 30 yards through the air so far today on 10 completions. He's only got 4 incompletions thus far. His leading receiver is Mazida Shola, 17 yards through the air. DeVault does have 1 reception for -4. Mahar has 11 yards on 2 receptions. And then Forbes with 6 yards on 3 receptions. Mentioned earlier, Diallo, minus 5 yards on 2 carries. And then also carrying the football, Stewart had the single carry. He fumbled that on the first possession on the offensive end for Speedway. They lost that one. The defense tried to hold strong on it, but that was the first score of the game for the Tigers. One big defensive shout out though. There was an interception back in the second quarter that was an absolute, what seemed like it was going to be a big change, big shift in momentum. Mason Bowman came away with the interception with 10.5 minutes to go in that second quarter. Seemed like maybe some winds of change, but the offense still unable to get things going. We got 15 seconds left on the clock here for halftime, and we'll be ready to go for second half action here from Speedway High School. As mentioned previous, the Sparkplugs will start with the football. It's going to be a running clock here on out throughout this second half. Once again, thank you for joining me. Thank you to all the sponsors who keep us on YouTube or wherever you might be getting this broadcast. On the kicking side, we've seen just about everything whenever it comes to the kickoff team. of Lawrenceburg. We've seen an onside kick, we've seen a couple of short squib kicks, and we have also seen him kick it deep one time. Shows you how dangerous this Speedway kick return team can be. They've started from about the 50-yard line twice already, and it will be a squib kick this time. Hoping that this one goes out of bounds. It does not. Ashola going to have to get the return going, and he's able to get it out to the 25-yard line before being brought down. And a flag going to come down late. Maybe a face mask on the tackle, not sure. So we'll await the call here. Personal foul, and it will be a face mask on that tackle. So an extra 15 yards going to be added to the end of that kick. Turns this into a very nice return. Out to the 40-yard line, and that's really where Speedway has been all day long.
First and 10 for the Sparkplug on the 40-yard line.
Speedway setting up shop at the 40 on the opposite hash from us. Stewart back out there in the shotgun. And he gives DeVault the shovel pass forward and just able to get right back to the original line of scrimmage.
Lucas DeVault with the carry. Tackle made by number 18, Kale DeCool.
So that should go down as a pass attempt to DeVault. Second reception of the day. And actually, they did give them 1 yard. And so play action this time, and that is nearly intercepted as the pass was offline. And Jacob Becker, one of the keys for the defense, the leading tackler for the Tigers, couldn't come away with the interception.
39 for Speedway on the 41-yard line.
So now third down, 9 yards to go for that first down, which sits right at the 50-yard line. That is the line to gain here for your Sparkplugs. Also important to mention on the sideline right now, Logan Moore, the starting quarterback through weeks 1 and 2, getting some reps on the sideline. Stewart drops back to pass, pressure coming into his face, able to scramble away and cannot find his intended receiver, DeVault, as he was hit as he threw, and that is going to bring the punt team back out. So more pressure in the backfield. And Bishop comes back out to punt. He's done a pretty decent job so far in the game. He's had a few really nice punts. Tigers have shown zero interest in returning any of them thus far. As this one high, going to bounce it around the 35 and continues to bounce past the 30-yard line and out of bounds at the 27 before being downed. So yet again, another punt there from Bishop and able to flip the field.
First and 10 for the Tigers on the 27-yard line.
35-0 your score. Approaching 8 minutes left in this third quarter. Motion man this time. Going to be a handoff up the middle. One broken tackle, a second one, and a good gain as the back, Foster, Quayne Foster, able to make that second down and 2 after an 8-yard gain. Had to break a couple of tackles to get there.
Second and 2 for the Tigers on the 35-yard line.
Two receivers set to the right. It's like Campbell Williams in at quarterback now as he hands this one off again to Foster. And a flag comes down at around where the tackle was made. That was Mazida Shola with the tackle. We'll wait the call. And it is a holding call against Lawrenceburg late in the play. But like I mentioned, new quarterback Campbell Williams comes into the game. 5'10" sophomore, listed at wide receiver, defensive back, but getting some quarterback reps here in this one.
After the penalty. Second and 6 for the Tigers.
And aside from him, it looks like he's rolling with the ones here as it's a handoff up the middle again. And that time Foster bounces it out right. And that's going to be a first down. Gain of about 7 yards. Good enough to move the sticks at the 39-yard line. Under 6 minutes of play left in this third quarter, 35-0. Sparkplug's looking for something here on the defensive end to shift some momentum. Get the ball back in the hands of the offense. Williams brings Becker in motion, takes a snap, boots off to the left side, and he's going to keep this one. Running up the sideline, and he is tackled down short of the out of bounds at the 33. And that was a boot maybe designed to look like a pass, but he seemed like he was running the entire way, and that's exactly what he did. Reset at the sticks, first and 10.
On the 33-yard line.
Williams again takes a snap, handoff up the middle. Again, it's Quayne Foster, and Foster tough to bring down. Didn't see a whole lot of him in that first half, and that's mainly because it seemed like any time that Crew Gilmore had a chance, he was going to keep it, and he did. Very successfully, especially in that second quarter. But now it's an opportunity for Foster to get some steps as he's carried the rock a few times already in this series. Second down and 2. Quick screen out to the left side. That's McGrath. McGrath's got the first down and a little bit more. He's across the 20-yard line.
Is complete. Pass complete to number 1, Keaton McGrath.
Still throwing here. Got the running clock going. No scores so far here in this second half.
First and 10 for the Tigers on the 18-yard line.
Williams takes a snap, fakes the handoff, he keeps it himself, and he's out across the 10-yard line. And is he good enough for a first down? Yes, he is. So shades of Gilmore on that play, the keep on the read option. And I'm going to be honest, they call it a read option, but I don't think that they're doing any sort of reading. I think it's keep for the quarterbacks right now as they're trying to get that to the outside, and that is what's been fruitful so far for the Tigers. Again, it is Williams. He's got Foster behind him. He'll hand it off. Foster toward the end zone, muscles his way to the goal line. Touchdown, Tigers. A tough run that time from Roberts, and he's really the one name we expected to hear from in that first half that we didn't. And so now we get to hear from him in the third.
Porter Campbell Williams. Long snapper is Tyler Charles.
Long drive that time, brings the clock as we approach 2 minutes of play left in the third quarter. The snap, the kick, good, and it is 42-0 here in this ball game.
The attempt is good. 2:04 left in the third quarter. Lawrenceburg Tigers 42, Speedway nothing.
Shades of last week with Northview, as again, the big question going to be for the Sparkplugs, what do we need to do to get this offense rolling? And I think that there are some things that you can look at and go, that seems like that works. They've got a couple of things that they can try to lean on possibly. Obviously, Stewart had the misfortune on that carry, but we saw him rushing the football against Northview with some success, and see if they can get back into that for the rest of this game and also going into next week as well. We will have to see. But first, the biggest wild card, what's going to happen on this kickoff? It seems like every single one of them has been entirely different. Seen a ball go out of bounds, followed by a onside kick. We've seen it kick deep, we've seen it kick short. This time it's going to be a one-hopper at the 20-yard line, return to the 30, some cheeky movements, and just near the 35-yard line for Ishola.
Brought down by Packer Tigers.
And Ishola needing some assistance to get up, limping a bit.
First and 10 for the
He comes up a bit lame, but he's going to stay out there on the field. Ishola certainly a key part of both the offense, the defense, and the special teams. A name that you hear from quite a bit. And in this one off up the middle, Diallo with the carry, and he's across for a 2-yard gain.
Mamadou Diallo with the carry. Vander Labazo with the stop for the Tigers.
Diallo
2-yard gain on the
finally a gain on the carry, able to find some space.
Second and 8 for
Blake
Speedway
Stewart
on the 36-yard
getting
line.
his first start of the season today. Keeps Diallo to his right. Faking the handoff to Diallo, he keeps it himself, and it wasn't clean. And a big hit on the quarterback, Stewart, at the end of that play. And it really came down to the fact that he went for the read option, just didn't really get that fake
Loss of 1 on the play.
off, kind of got caught up with Diallo, messed up with the timing. And that will do it for the third quarter. So we move into the fourth quarter here in a 42-0 ball game.
Lawrenceburg Tigers 42, Sparkplug nothing.
VP Insurance works with a wide range of providers to find the right policy for your needs. Located in and serving the Speedway community since 1974, our experienced agents work for you, not the insurance companies. With competitive rates and personalized service, VP Insurance helps you protect what matters most. A 42-0 ball game here, and so far we haven't seen much passing in the second half from Speedway. One pass for 1 yard, and that was off of the sweep Bit of a touch pass play to the outside that didn't go for much. And the snap on this one is fumbled. And a scrum for the football. Looks like Lawrenceburg has it. High snap and fumbled by the quarterback, Stewart. He couldn't rein it in. Ended up falling between the legs of the running back and goes right back into Lawrenceburg territory. At Lindy Advanced Material Technologies, we're committed to supporting the community we've called home for over 100 years. From creating career opportunities to cheering on our local schools, we're honored to have our global headquarters in the heart of Speedway. More information about Lindy AMT and our current open positions is available at www.lindyamt.com. From Speedway to space, Lindy Advanced Materials Technologies, making the world more productive. Second opportunity for the quarterback Williams as he hands this one off, and it's a short gain of about 3 yards.
Rogan Wynn with the carry. Tackle made by number 18, Nathan Chapman.
Chapman still in there making plays, comes up with the tackle on the play.
Second and 7.
So far, so good for the backup quarterback, Campbell Williams, here in the second half. He's got Brogan Wynn behind him, shaded to the left side. And that's who he hands it off to. Another short gain, maybe not. Tackled down at the line of scrimmage.
Brought down by a whole set of Sparkplug. No gain on the play.
Third down and 7 coming up here for the defense.
For the Tigers on the 27-yard line.
Trying to get a stop here against the Tigers with 9:40 to go in the fourth. Quarterback passes this time, and a great catch on the sideline. Jaden Montgomery, the junior, first time having his name called today. Williams booted out to the right side, thought for sure he was going to carry at that time, but
Gain of 8 on the play.
takes a shot and it works out.
First and 10 for the Tigers on the 19-yard line.
Clock continues to tick as Williams still with his back Wynn. Hands it off to Wynn right up the middle. And that'll be a gain of about 2. Don't forget, we're back next week as Speedway hosts Tri-West. It is a 7 o'clock kickoff. Tri-West currently taking on Triton Central. That game tied up 14-14. Game at Tri-West. They are 2-0 on the season, trying to stay undefeated. If you're on the edge of your seat, come back and watch us next week. I'll tell you if they won or not today. Another handoff this time to Wynn. Wynn up the right side for another gain of about 3.
Tackle made by number 3, Aziz Ashola.
Ashola was in on the tackle that time.
3-yard gain on the play.
As I mentioned, he was a little bit banged up on that play, the kick return.
For the Tigers on the 15-yard line.
Clearly all good. He stayed out there for the offensive possession, now back out for the defensive possession. He's an octuple threat. He can just do about anything for this Speedway team. Speed option, great play in the backfield. Once again, Nathan Chapman with an amazing tackle. Tackle for loss that time. Williams tried to keep it And like I mentioned, that was a speed option. Probably should have been looking toward the pitch play, but instead kept it himself, tackled for a loss. It's going to be 4th down and 6. Wynn stays out there off to the right of Williams, who takes a snap. Once again, goes off to the right side. He's going to keep it himself, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. A pair of spark plugs with the tackle.
Short of the first down by number 52, Dawson Ott.
And the offense takes over after the turnover on downs. And once again, Dawson Ott sniffs out a play and able to get in there. Blake Stewart comes back out. Diallo to the left of him. Gets a Shola in motion, hands it off this time. Diallo with the carry.
Mamadou Diallo with the carry.
Looks like a gain of 3 for Diallo.
Number 4, Isaiah Barnes.
That will actually get him back to even on yardage. 4 carries today.
2nd and 7 for the Sparkplug on the 20-yard line.
As we get 2nd down and 7, 5 minutes to go here in the 4th quarter. Sparkplug's just looking to put up some offense in the latter stages of this game. Faking the handoff, booting to the right side, the throw, caught! And a flag comes in. I believe that's going to be a personal foul and a roughing the passer call, possibly going to give a 1st down to the Sparkplugs. The initial play was just short of the line to gain. Had a glare blocking my view, didn't see who actually made the play. And no, that's actually going to be offsetting penalties. Ineligible man downfield for the offense.
2 penalties on the field. Ineligible lineman.
And as I mentioned, you got the hit on the quarterback.
Personal foul, Tigers.
So the personal foul not after the play, so you don't get both penalties added on. Just a reset. 2nd down and 7 once again.
2nd and 7 for the Sparkplug on the 20-yard line.
So we'll try it again. Stepping up in the pocket this time, trying to find the receiver, and that time incomplete. That was Diallo, his first target of the day.
3rd and 7 for Speedway on the 20-yard line.
So that brings up 3rd down and 7. This time it's Forbes off to the left of Stewart. Back to pass again. Stewart completes the pass, and this one just short of the line to gain, about a yard short. And they are going to keep the offense out there, try to gain that 1 more yard. Trying to get the 1st down here. 4th down and 1. Back in their own 25-yard line. Under center. And it's a quarterback keep. And we'll see where the spot is at. They're going to be short. Stewart tried to fall forward for the extra yard and just comes up short on 4th. And with 2 minutes to go, the Tigers will take over on downs.
Turnover on down. First and 10 for the Tigers on the 26-yard line.
Can't imagine we'll see that much more offense, as coach clearly upset about the spot. Once again, a quarterback change. Silas Edwards comes in at quarterback. Jamison to his left, and a carry off to the right side with 1:16 to go. And 26 had the carry, but that is not a person that is listed in the roster.
Loss of 2 on the play. Second and 12 for the Tigers.
It was a loss of 2. So second down and 12. See if the defense can make one more play. It is a handoff. It's a tackle in the backfield once again. Ball came out, but down by contact. And with that, the play clock is now above the game clock, and that should do it for this one. Third down and long, 24 seconds to go. They will just run that out, and your final score will be 42-0. Do bring the offense back out here. I'm not sure if they're actually going to snap it or not. So we will see. Just for aesthetic, possibly. Yes. So to wrap up this one, 37 yards through the air for Stewart on .12 passes. Only 4, make that 5 incompletions, and that was 14 passes. So 9 for 14 on the day. Ashola, 17 receiving yards. Mahar, 11. Forbes ends the day with 6 on 3 receptions. He led the team in receptions. Ashola led the team in yardage. Diallo had 5 carries, make that 4 carries for no yards. As we will thank all of our sponsors for tonight's game. Lindy Advanced Material Technologies, making our world more productive. 2020 Eye Physicians of Indiana, the high-quality eye care patients deserve. Speedway Lions Club, serving the Speedway community since 1937. VP Insurance, helping protect what matters most. First Financial Bank, banking is about neighbors helping neighbors, and it always will be. Member FDIC. Popcheff and Dinn, reliable, caring legal support for the Speedway community. American Legion Post 500. Treasure Hunt every Thursday, open to the public. And ISC Sports Network, local lives here. You've been watching the Speedway Athletics on the Speedway Sports Network. My name's Landon Kleindorfer. Wanting to thank all of you for viewing this game. The final score, Lawrenceburg wins at 42-0. Be sure to join us next week as Speedway takes on Tri-West. Once again, thanking the entire production team, including Brian Pierce to my left. Enjoy the rest of the first day of the rest of your life, and have a great weekend.